Hello, my name is Ivan, and this is a presentation of Team 1, Group 8. Our research focuses on the effectiveness of financial incentives in a post-COVID economy. In 2019, the world has been hit by the coronavirus outbreak. In response to that, governments of many countries introduced plenty of restrictions. Devastating effects of the pandemic and the restrictions happened to be ubiquitous. Many businesses became not economically viable in the new circumstances and were forced to close. Because of these mass business closures, plenty of employees lost their jobs. At the same time, limited by new economic conjunctures, managers had to move towards non-monetary incentives instead of financial ones. The existing research primarily focuses on the reduction in motivation towards work. In other words, it attempts to find the reasons for the motivation decrease. However, there are also papers that suggest solutions. For example, there are researches that determine a positive impact of the meditation and mindfulness practices on work. Some researchers underlined the importance of teamwork and communication in pandemic times. There's also research that emphasized the role of non-monetary incentives during pandemic. At the same time, there is a considerable lack of research on financial incentives. Employees who have been already overwhelmingly motivated non-monetarily now demand more. So, there is a need for the scientific data on financial incentives. Therefore, with our team, we came up with the following research gap. Are financial incentives effective in motivating employees in post-COVID-19 economy? To advance further and make our research unbiased, we have to start from already existing theory. So, our theoretical framework consists of well-known motivation theories. One of the first works that shed light on motivation is the evolution theory of Charles Darwin. The theory enabled to study humans and animals not separate, but together, making comparison between these different species. Secondly, we have Maslow's hierarchy of needs pyramid. The pyramid-shaped figure proposes that humans tend to satisfy the needs on the bottom level first, so they have higher motivation for it. Further, there is a motivation hygiene theory, according to which certain factors in the workplace can cause job satisfaction, while a separate set of factors cause dissatisfaction. Both of these factors act independently. Another so-called early motivation theory is McClelland's theory of needs that emphasizes that there are three main driving motivators: need for achievement, need for affiliation, and the need of power. There are also so-called contemporary motivation theories. One of them is self-determination theory, which suggests that people are motivated to grow and change by three universal psychological needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Goal-setting theory. The main idea of this theory is that receiving feedback for challenging and unique goals can lead to a high performance. Working toward a goal is seen as a primary source of work motivation. Self-efficacy theory is another contemporary theory of motivation. Here, the level of motivation is determined by individuals' belief in their capacity to execute behaviors necessary to perform well. Last but not least, Victor Froome invented one of the most frequent recognized motivational concepts: expectancy theory. Its main idea that the attractiveness of a certain outcome and the degree of our expectation of it determines the strength of our tendency to act in a certain way. There are also concepts that describe financial incentives in particular. Variable pay program, for example, means that the amount of financial rewards depends on performance of employees. Literature suggests that nearly 84% of organizations use some kind of a variable pay plan. There are different types of variable pay plans. First of them is the piece rate plan. Workers there are paid a set amount for each completed unit of production. Secondly, there is a merit-based pay plan. Individual performance is rewarded based on performance assessment ratings. Bonus pay plan that rewards recent performance. Profit sharing plan. Employee compensation is distributed according to a predetermined formula depending on the company's profitability. Stock ownership plan. Employees acquire stocks of the companies they work for at a below market price as a part of their benefit program. The aim of this research is twofold. First, it aims to understand the motivation that employees obtain from financial incentives. Secondly, to evaluate the efficiency that these incentives had in motivating employees before and after the pandemic. For this research, we have chosen a qualitative approach to understand the motivation concept deeper. The data would be collected through a semi-structured interviews that will consist of structured and open-ended questions. The collected data would be used to, first, understand the changes in motivation and employees obtained from financial incentives. Second, to find out how firms can more efficiently utilize financial incentives to retain and motivate employees. For the analysis, three types of coding would be used: open, axial, and selective. Thank you for your attention. This was the presentation of research proposal of Team 1, Financial Incentives in a Post-COVID Economy. Thank you.